Standard 7th Subject Social Science Chapter number 2 India Climate and Natural Resources Part 3. In second part we have learned about the meaning of resources and types of natural resources. There are three types of natural resources. First is water resource, second is mineral resources, and third is land resources. Today we are going to learn about water resources in India. The water resources of India includes rivers, lakes and seas. The rivers of India are divided into two parts according to its origin and characteristics. First is rivers of North India and second is rivers of South India. Let's see rivers of Northern India. The rivers which included in Northern India are the Sindhu, Ganges, that means Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra are the rivers of Northern India. The Ganga is also known as Bhagirathi. There is a triangular fertile plain near the delta of river Ganga. The Ganga and Brahmaputra are major waterways of India and used for navigation purposes. That means we can use these rivers as waterways also. They are the huge water rivers of India. Other than these rivers, Jhelum, Chenab, Satluj, Ravi and Beas also flow in North India. Every year, devastating floods in Kosi River in state of Bihar destroy the lives and property of the people of that area. Every year at the time of monsoon, we heard the news about floods in northern India. These floods are causes due to high rainfall and the flood comes in the rivers of the northern India. So these are the rivers which are situated in northern India. You can see a map in your textbook showing the rivers of northern India and southern India. Northern India means the upper part of the India and southern India means the lower part of the India. The sign of river and lake are different in the map given in your textbook. Second is rivers of southern India. Rivers are the most important resource in India for sustaining our life, for farming, for industries and for many useful purposes. Generally, people are staying in the area near rivers or lakes so that they can get water easily. Such as rivers in southern India like Tapi, Narmada and Mahanadi flows from the mountains in central India. The Narmada and Tapi flow towards the west and merge in Arabian Sea, while Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and Tungabhadra flow eastwards and merge into Bay of Bengal. Two goes to this western side and other goes to the eastern side in Bay of Bengal, and the western side Narmada and Tapi meet in Arabian Sea. This river flows from uneven surface of ground like high and slopy region and therefore forms waterfalls. We can see waterfalls in the rivers of southern India. Because of these waterfalls, it creates a high energy and force due to its speed. This force is helpful to generate hydroelectricity. Hydro means water and electricity. Hydroelectricity is used by people for irrigation purpose and production in industries. Such energy or such hydroelectricity is very useful and it also decreases the pollution in air. There are many projects held on these rivers for the benefits of the people, for farming, for electricity and for industries. These projects are given in the table below. On Narmada river there is Narmada project which gives benefits to Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Maharashtra. Krishna River, there is Nagarjun project which benefits Andhra Pradesh. Tungbhadra project on Tungbhadra River which also benefit to Andhra Pradesh. The Kosi project is held on the river Kosi in North India which is benefited to the people of Bihar. Hirakund project on Mahanadi benefits to Orissa, and Bhakra Nangal project of on Satluj river benefit to Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. These all projects are helpful in irrigation and creating electricity. Other than this, there are many natural lakes of India and it has a speciality. What we mean by natural lakes? The lakes which is gifted by nature to us are natural lakes. Other than this, there are various lakes which are prepared or built by the humans. They are known as man-made lakes. The natural lakes in India are situated in various states. First famous lake is Dal and Wular in Jammu Kashmir, and its speciality is that it gives fresh water lake. We can drink fresh water from it every day. Second is Koleru lake in Andhra Pradesh which also gives us fresh water lake. Third lake is Pulikat in Tamil Nadu state which gives salt water lake. Its water is salty. Similarly, Chilka lake in Odisha, Sambhar lake in Rajasthan also gives us salty water lake. But in the Nal Sarovar lake of Gujarat is partly salt water lake. That means it gives fresh water sometimes and salty water at the other times. As we have known about natural lake, now we will learn about man-made or artificial lakes of India. The artificial lakes are in the Govind Sagar lake on Satluj river in Himachal Pradesh, Nagarjun Sagar on Krishna river in Andhra Pradesh, Nizam Sagar on the Manjra river in Andhra Pradesh, Sardar Sarovar on Narmada river in Gujarat, and Gandhi Sagar on Chambal river in Madhya Pradesh. These are the lakes or dams prepared by the humans on the river so that water can be stored for long time and can be used for different purposes. As we learned about the Narmada project on Narmada river which gives benefits to the people of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Maharashtra. Now let's see some information about Narmada project. Narmada project is the biggest multi-purpose project of Gujarat. In terms of capacity, the main canal of Narmada project is the biggest in the world. Canals are made on Narmada river so that the water of Narmada river can reach towards each and every people of Gujarat who lives at the border itself. The length of entire canal is approximately 66,000 kilometers, which gives benefits or drinking water to 8,215 villages and 135 cities of Gujarat through this project. It includes 14 districts, 75 talukas and 3,360 villages of Gujarat and getting irrigation facilities through Narmada project. So we can say that these projects give a new life to the people of Gujarat, and it has a longest canal in the world and its capacity is biggest in world. So we have learned about the water resources, which is one type of natural resource. We cannot made up water, it is only get by nature. So we have to conserve it and protect it. We don't have to waste water because it cannot be renewable or reusable. In next part, we will learn about mineral resources, and land resources. Till then, you have to write all the questions related to water resources in your workbook and map book. You have to solve the map of rivers in your map book also. Thank you.